Good evening all. I am S. Siddharth Vamanan from grade 7A to give an informative stamp talk on the topic of World Day of Social Justice. Why it is celebrated? World Day of Social Justice is an international day recognizing the need to promote social justice, which includes efforts to tackle issues such as poverty, exclusion, gender equality, unemployment, human rights, and social protections. Many organizations, including the United Nations, American Library Association, which is known as ALA, and the International Labour Organization, make statements on the importance of social justice for people. Many organizations also present plans for greater social justice by tackling poverty, social and economic exclusion, and unemployment. The United Nations General Assembly has decided to observe 20 February annually, approved on 26th November 2007 and starting in 2009 as the World Day of Social Justice to tackle these problems. The need of social justice. Ideal topics for teaching students about the need for social justice, which include childhood poverty, global citizenship, human rights, and sustainable development. A series of lessons are available by country with the United Nations and other programs. Oxfam's Food for Thought PowerPoint, which shows students the global food system that then has opened the opportunity for students to share their thoughts and experiences. Significance of social justice. The regulatory responses from many countries have started to address some of the issues related to working conditions on digital labor platforms. However, there is a need for international policy dialogue and coordination since digital labor platforms operate across multiple jurisdictions. The world was divided into two halves. While one was able to avail of the services, there was a major part that did not have enough resources to get the services they desperately needed. Hence, the significance of social justice becomes all the more important now when the world is grappling with a new reality. What is the theme for 2021 World Day of Social Justice? It is a call for social justice in the digital economy. The digital economy is transforming the world of work. Over the past decade, expansion in broadband connectivity, cloud computing, the data have led to the proliferation of digital platforms which have penetrated several sectors of the economy and societies. Since early 2020, the consequences of the COVID-19 pandemic have led to remote working arrangements and allowed for the continuation of many business activities, further reinforcing the growth and impact of the digital economy. The crisis has also laid bare and exacerbated the growing digital divide within, between and across developed and developing countries, particularly in the terms of availability, affordability, and use of information, ICTs, and access to the internet, deepening existing inequalities. The labor platform. When digital labor platforms provide workers with income generating opportunities and benefits from flexible work arrangements, including for women, persons with disabilities, young people, and migrant workers. They also present some challenges. For workers, these relate to the regularity of work and income, their rights to fair work conditions, social protection, and adequate standard of living, skills utilization, and the right to form or join trade unions. Stamps released on this day. Released on February 2017. Here is the image of the stamp released on World Day of Social Justice, as he is the champion of social justice and civil rights. Released in a sheet of 24-hour stamps. The stamp art features an oil-on panel painting of Father Hesburgh standing on the campus of the University of Notre Dame. The portrait is based on a 1980 photograph taken by Notre Dame staff photographer Bruce Halland. Art director Ethel Kessler designed the stamp with original art by Tim O'Brien. Father Theodore Hesburgh, ordained into the priesthood of the Congregation of Holy Cross in 1943. Father Herzberg was appointed to the faculty at Notre Dame in 1945. He became Notre Dame's 15th president in 1952, a position he held for 35 years, the longest presidential term in the university's history. Father Herzberg spearheaded successful efforts to strengthen the faculty and administration, improve academic standards, and increase the university's endowment. Appointed to the U.S. Commission on Civil Rights in 1957, Father Herzberg helped to compile reports on racial discrimination and the denial of voting rights that resulted in the Omnibus Civil Rights Act of 1964. He was awarded the Presidential Medal of Freedom the same year, and he later founded the Center for Civil and Human Rights at Notre Dame. His achievements was a lot, a champion of causes ranging from education to immigration, reform to the plight of underdeveloped nations. Father Herzberg worked with a number of organizations that reflected his beliefs, including the Carnegie Foundation for the Advancement of Teaching, the National Science Board, the Overseas Development Council, and the Select Committee on Immigration and Refugee Policy. In 1987, Father Herzberg stepped down as Notre Dame's president, devoting his retirement to supporting universities' initiatives, in particular the Kroc Institute for International Peace Studies and the Kellogg Institute for International Studies, and serving on various boards and presidential commissions. Father Herzberg was awarded Congressional Gold Medal in 2000, one of the many awards and honors received during his lifetime. So this World Day of Social Justice is lot important, and we have to tackle all these problems, and we should be a good citizen in this country. Thank you all for the opportunity.